solid, top to bottom, all three rounds. I mean, one judge might or two might have had it for the opponent. I don't know which round you gave away. Really, it looked like three. Shout out to me. How'd you grade your performance? How did you feel you did tonight, Marcin?
Yeah, I feel awesome because of the win. I just, my mindset was to do a little bit more in this fight, but still, the win is a win. A little bit, uh, something. He's really tough, to go to the close distance and start exchange punches with him because he's a very very solid guy, and it's really hard to look very well against him. So I'm pretty happy that I managed to, I think outstrike him in at least one round and, dominate him on the ground.
How hard, did that surprise you? The way he handled himself in the pocket in close range, where you were, the firefight, you didn't want to get anything dangerous going.
It was tough, to go to the close distance. So we didn't want to take a risk, and my coach shouted at me to go for the takedowns after the first round already. So and I didn't because something just kept me holding from this. But I just feel like he didn't land anything hard, or I just was able to block it most of the time. But it was he's a heavy hitter, so it was a very emotional situation there.
Well, emotions high or not, you look great. It doesn't seem like you took much damage. You could maybe step into main event if we needed you to.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't receive any, I guess, none, any of the strong punch. So if someone pull out of the main event in a month in a heavyweight division title fight, I can step in.
You
Yeah.
mentioned wanting to fight for the belt. We're close. I wouldn't mind seeing you against the winner or the loser of tonight's main event because that would move you up in ranking. You'd be headlining maybe, or how many? What are you thinking? What you give me the plan? How many fights and who before we see you against?
So I fought already against both of them. So I rather fight against Derek Lewis if he wins tonight. The rematch would be much better because I fought against Sergey and I win.
All
So
right.
yeah, if Derek Lewis wins, the rematch would be perfect.
How do you? And because I'm sure you're locked in and you have that, um, idea of like, okay, this might be in my future. How do you see the main event going in a couple weeks when we have Jones moving to heavyweight and Ciryl gone, them locking up at T-Mobile next month?
It's hard for me to tell for sure because I don't know how John Jones will perform after 3 years off and changing a weight class. But I see him as a goat. So I think he will come back, as his prime time, and he would win the fight.
Who would you prefer getting in the cage with if you had your choice? One of those guys is going to be champion, obviously, and you're, working your way up the rankings. A goat or Ciryl Gane?
Yeah, it was goat for sure.
I would like that matchup too. That would be great.
Thank you.
We closing. You don't have much damage. It doesn't look. You didn't limp in here. No crutches. Anything. Regardless of opponent, regardless of ranking, how soon do you want to get back in here? Stay active. Keep it coming. Make it a big 2023 for you.
Every time I make this kind of plan, it never happens. So, so I will just wait for something to come up because I thought in August last year, and I thought I would be keep myself much more busier, and on something come up on the today. So, whatever. I'm just hoping that something will come up very soon.
Excellent. Well, I look forward to your next performance. Congratulations on a solid win, and good luck.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned Jones. Nobody really knows what they're going to kind of expect to see him in that heavyweight role. But looking at him and looking at what he's done in the past, what skill set of his do you think is going to transfer over well as a heavyweight, and what parts of his game do you think maybe might not transfer since he's going to be fighting at a bigger weight class?
So the thing that I'm not sure about how he's performed is that I saw him building some muscles in the light heavyweight division, and he didn't perform very well once he started doing this. So right now I'm seeing as he's either build these muscles and learn how to use it, and he will be, same John Jones. And I think the heavyweight division is, you can perform much longer than the other division because you don't have to. This reflex is not that big, that big matter, and I think he started losing it a little bit in his couple of last fights in light heavyweight division. So I think he bring all this movement he had, this cleverness he has in a light heavyweight division, and probably he will be strong as hell, based on what he's posting. So yeah, that's whole package he needs to dominate heavyweight division.
Well, even now, looking at the heavyweight division, it's not like what the heavyweight division used to look like. It used to be a lot of just big guys that were always near 265. Nowadays, heavyweights are a lot lighter than that, yourself included. Do you think that the division is just going more in that trend where we're going to see maybe smaller sized heavyweights, but that are quicker, maybe have a faster, bigger a skill set than maybe heavyweights of the past?
Maybe. It's hard for me to see the future of the heavyweight division. I'm just happy how it's mixing all the time. It's like every division, heavyweight has a bad times and has a very good times. Like right now I think it's still lots of going on. Like we gaining another big star in John Jones. I don't know how heavy he will be for his debut, but I see it's all these pounds, as long as it's 264, it doesn't matter much when you're a little bit lighter or a little bit heavier, because you have some advantages in either way. At least you either quicker or stronger, or it's really hard to get up from underneath you.
And last one for me, just going back to your performance for tonight, are there things about your performance tonight that you want to, when you go back to the gym to try to work on the things, were there things that you saw in your fight game tonight that you maybe want to work on and focus on for the next one?
Yeah, absolutely. I will start to listen to my coach much much more than I did in this fight, because that's something that really work, and if I would start to taking his advice in the second round, probably I would be able to make him tired early, because I didn't get tired at all. So yeah, that's one of the things. There's a thing that I'm happy about, a little bit better footwork than it was, but I will for sure work on, keep myself landing much more than I did in this fight.
Do you like these Apex shows where it's a little bit more quaint and quiet, where you can hear your coaches a little bit better than some of the other bigger shows?
I know, I like it. It is like a little bit more calm. Like we just drive here from the hotel, quick job, and go back. But those big events are bringing this emotion that I really like too. So when the fans there, all this crowd, it's great, and we do it for the fans too. So I like when there is a crowd too.
How are you going to celebrate the victory?
We probably go for a couple of beers, spend time with my coaches, laugh a little bit about what we did wrong in this fight, and in a couple of days I go to Hawaii with my wife.
Congrats. We'll enjoy Hawaii.
Thank you.